Let's make some money betting on NFL futures. What's up, everybody? Zach Bruner here from Flurry Sports, and today we're looking to make you some money. Happy Friday. Let's go into the weekend knowing that, hey, down the road, once all these futures bets hit, we're going to have a little bit of extra money to spend for the holidays. That's what we are looking for today. We're looking for the easiest way to make money. It does not matter, hey, put $5 down to win $7. I'll take a $2 profit every single day of the week. I'm not above it. If you see $1 on the ground, I'm going to pick it up. Now, we're not going to risk. You put a bunch of risk out there for a $2 profit, but we are looking at the easiest ways to make a profit just in general on the sports books right now. Free money is the best money. You'll never go broke making a profit, and we just don't need to get stupid, right? That's what sports books are banking on. They're banking on people getting a little reckless, getting a little stupid, acting a little more aggressively, and that's when they take your money. So we are just going to look at the easiest ways to make money here. We got a bunch of bets we can look at, and what we will do is I'm going to flip between DraftKings Sportsbooks and FanDuel Sportsbook. Pretty much the same bets on both of them, but I'm going to look to see where you can find the better odds. These are the two sports books I assume most people have if you are in a sports betting location, and we're just going to shop for the best odds because I want you to put your bets where they will make you the most money possible. And there's some interesting, like for, I believe, MVP in general, there's some pricing differences. So it makes sense to shop for the best odds possible. If you like this at all, please subscribe, comment which bets you are going to be tailing. If you want to become a member for more bets, fantasy stuff, you can ask me questions whenever because you'll join a group chat. You get access to a bunch of great fantasy football stats, which help for sports betting as well. Definitely click the link in the description below. $5 per month, pretty easy. If you are a yearly member, you'll get the draft kit next year for absolutely free. That's the best deal possible, but let's jump into this. Okay, DraftKings Sportsbook is where we are at first. And let's just start with some easy ones. Let's go. So again, if you click NFL, this is where it's going to bring you. We are going to look at futures bets today. So even though there's some great bets for this week, that's not what we're looking at. But let's look easy. Let's start easy. Let's start with the most passing touchdowns. I think without a doubt, it's Matthew Stafford. Yes, he is by far the favorite here, but still plus 105. So, you put a unit down, you get double your money. That's pretty darn good. I love Matthew Stafford here. Let's take a look at his stats. I mean, he is so far ahead of anybody else, and he is the best red zone receiver in the NFL in Davante Adams. Stafford, at 9 games played, has 5 more touchdowns than Jared Goff. He's going to beat Jared Goff. The next closest is Drake May, also 5 touchdowns behind. Drake May has played 2 more games than Stafford. So I don't think this is going to be particularly close. I love Stafford this season. He is in a heated divisional race, so they do need to keep the foot on the pedal. And the receivers are relatively healthy. I know Puka's playing through stuff a little bit. Devontae, I guess, is a tiny bit banged up, but everybody's playing. Everybody, they got their full host of weapons here, and they have some nice matchups coming up. So Stafford just to finish with the most passing touchdowns, with a 5-touchdown lead already. I absolutely love that. For plus 105, that's not bad whatsoever. In a similar sense here, and this one we're not going to get as good as odds on, but again, I'll take a profit any day of the week. So you have to lay $22 to make 10 here, but Jonathan Taylor to get the most rushing touchdowns in the regular season. You could do rushing yards, but you never know. James Cook could mess with something here and have a nice big 250-yard day or something. Rico Dowdle, obviously on a per-game basis, has been outstanding since taking over as starter. So the easiest bet to take here is just that Taylor finishes with the most rushing touchdowns. The only one that's even somewhat close to him is Josh Jacobs. Packers struggling a little bit, and he's still 4 touchdowns behind with only 1 game behind. So I think Jonathan Taylor to get the most rushing touchdowns is incredibly safe. And at minus 220, whatever. If you have to lay $22 to make $10 for something that's guaranteed, you do it. It is what it is. Just do it. Easy money there. And the other leader I want to do is Myles Garrett. This is plus 175. This is a little bit closer. These are better odds. So one unit, you get $1.75 on that. So put $100 down. Profit 175. That is not bad whatsoever. Myles Garrett has been absolutely incredible this season. So let's talk about him in this, getting the most sacks, along with Defensive Player of the Year. You can't parlay these, but I think these are both tied together. And I think he is as good a bet to get both as anybody. So plus 175 for sack leader, plus 160 for Defensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett has been unbelievably outstanding this season playing on a bad team, playing from behind, and he's still leading the league with Brian Burns with 11 sacks. Absolutely incredible, but Brian Burns has played an extra game. So Myles Garrett has an extra game to separate himself there. Brian Burns deserves that award as much as anybody. But with the way the Giants season is trending, Myles Garrett's already been playing in mediocrity. You know what I mean? I just realized I don't need my headphones on. No one's talking to me, so I'm going to take those off. But Myles Garrett's been absolutely outstanding. And here's the kicker. So he is tied for the lead in sacks. Let's take a look at some matchups he has coming up. One in particular being the Las Vegas Raiders. Like, that's a multi-sack game for sure. Niners, you can get sacks against. Titans, you can get sacks against. The Bears. Then he has the Steelers and Bengals to end the year. Myles Garrett has a chance to double his sack total down the stretch here easily. And I absolutely love that compared to... let's take a look at the Giants. The Giants have nice games coming up as well. I just don't think they're as good. They also have the Raiders down here, but like Cowboys, Vikings aren't as good. Patriots certainly aren't as good. Lions aren't as good. Packers aren't as good. Commanders are an okay matchup, but yeah, no doubt about it. Myles Garrett has the better schedule for sacks than Brian Burns, and he has an extra game to do so. Now, so that's just for sack total. For Defensive Player of the Year, take a look at this. Like, no one's been unbelievably outstanding, in my opinion. Micah Parsons has been a great player, but he hasn't really shown up in the stat book. Benito went through a stretch of a really, really slow performance. And Aiden Hutchinson, like, take a look at his sacks. Like, he's at 7. He's at 7. He's got 4 sacks behind. And again, Myles Garrett has the Raiders, he has the Steelers, he has the Bengals. If Myles Garrett finishes with the lead in sacks, playing on a Browns team that finishes at the bottom of the league, he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. That is how dominant he has been. So I love both of these. Again, if you just wanted to put $10 on them, I do think they're tied together. If you put $20 down, you would get a profit of what? $17.50 and 16, so 23, 33.50. That's not bad. That's not bad whatsoever. If my math was wrong there, then I sound stupid. But even still, it's a nice profit on something that is very, very, very doable. He's already got a head start. I like that quite a bit. Let's talk about one more bet that I think is automatic. And then maybe we get a little bit more risky. 2 of these are pretty automatic. This one, though. Mike Vrabel to win Coach of the Year. I talked about this on the Flurry Sports podcast. There's another video on this channel where I talked about it. That's just a clip from the podcast. But this is the lock of locks. There's absolutely nobody else even close. It's a one-horse race. And this is why. These are media voted awards, right? Not only is Mike Vrabel coaching extremely well, like well enough to earn this award, he deserves this award based on coaching alone, but he's winning this award because these are narrative awards. MVP is a narrative award. Coach of the Year is a narrative award. And the media doesn't hate anybody more than Bill Belichick. Nobody. They don't hate anybody more than Bill Belichick because of all the shit he put them through for all of these years. So they would love to give Vrabel the Coach of the Year award, coaching a team that Belichick still has so many connections to, including to Vrabel. So just taking a little shot at him, they would love to vote him in there. But then also, let's double that up with the NFL wants Vrabel to win this award. And why is that? Because the NFL is the league owners, for one. You know, the owners run the league. The commissioner works for the owners. The owners are the NFL. The Patriots just fired a black guy without cause, right? They gave him a make-believe job for a year and then fired him without really any reason. And just to cover that up a little bit, to make their decision look a little bit more justified. And again, I believe Vrabel deserves his head coaching job. But to say that that wasn't fair, I mean, it clearly wasn't a fair situation, right? If they can say, hey, we moved on from him to get the coach of the year, that makes him look so much better. It's fully justified. So the Patriots want Vrabel to win this award. The NFL wants Vrabel to win this award. The media wants Vrabel to win this award. And he's coaching the best team in the AFC against all odds. So he deserves the award. All of this culminates together into a guaranteed double your money. $100 to win $200. Double your money with the easiest bet of all time. No one even knows who Shane Steichen is. If you talk about the Colts are great. Everyone's talking about the Colts. They're talking about Carly, the owner. They're talking about Daniel Jones. They're talking about Jonathan Taylor. Zero credit is going to Shane Steichen. So, narrative award, he's not getting it. Mike McDonald, again, they're kind of tucked away up there in the Pacific Northwest. No one's really, people are just starting to talk about the Seahawks, but nobody's talking about Mike McDonald. He's done an absolutely phenomenal job. If they get the number one seed in the NFC, people will start talking about him a little bit more, but he's still not going to get it. It's not his first year there. And who's getting the credit there in Seattle? It's Darnold, it's JSN, and it's John Schneider. Those are the guys who are getting the credit there. More so just Darnold and JSN. McDonald's not really getting the credit there. Maybe Kubiak is even getting more credit than McDonald is. So he's not getting the award, and then Ben Johnson's not getting it. McVay, Shanahan. Shanahan deserves it, but he's not going to get it. No, this is going to be Mike Vrabel's award. This is an easy bet. The other award that feels very easy to do is Christian McCaffrey, comeback player of the year plus 115. And again, I think all of these odds for these awards are better on DraftKings. This is FanDuel Sportsbook. So Myles Garrett, let's take a look really quick. Plus 170 on FanDuel. I think he was plus 160 here, wasn't he? Yeah. So if you want to vote Myles Garrett to win Defensive Player of the Year, he's a little bit more profitable on FanDuel Sportsbook. If you want to vote Christian McCaffrey Comeback Player of the Year, it's more profitable on DraftKings Sportsbook. And I didn't see Coach of the Year odds here, so you would have to vote that on DraftKings. But Christian McCaffrey, really, this feels like a one-horse race, does it not? Yes, Dak Prescott came back, but it's less of a story, and he's not playing as well. Christian McCaffrey was out pretty much the entire year. His injury was one of the biggest storylines of the NFL, and then now coming back, he's been dominant, he's been incredible, and he's been the reason why the 49ers have stayed afloat. Again, Aiden Hutchinson, he was on Defensive Player of the Year pace last year before getting hurt. He was still the leader in sacks 3 or 4 weeks after he got hurt. It was incredible, but he hasn't been as good this year coming back. He hasn't been as dominant. We looked at his sack numbers previously. He's been good. He just hasn't been as good as he was last year, so he's not going to get it. And then it feels like they've fully ruled out the Daniel Jones Comeback Player of the Year option. I think everyone recognizes Joe Flacco winning Defensive Player or Comeback Player of the Year coming off of his couch was a mistake. So I don't think they're going to do that for Daniel Jones. And then nobody else is going to get it. McCarthy's not playing well enough. Diggs is playing great, but he doesn't have the stats to back it up. This is Christian McCaffrey. So plus 115, put $10 down, you get $11.50 profit. Easy. We're not breaking the bank with these, but these will all stack up, and these all feel absolutely incredible. They feel very easy, do they not? Okay, what's the next one I have written down? Let's talk about the difference between MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. We'll start with MVP, and let's look at MVP odds on both of them. So, if you are a fan of Drake May and think Drake May is going to win MVP, he's more profitable on DraftKings. Plus 235 versus plus 230 on FanDuel. What I'm going to say is, I think Vrabel is guaranteed Coach of the Year. And if Vrabel's guaranteed coach of the year, I don't think Drake May can win MVP. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they give out both of those awards there. So I think that fully rules him out in my mind. He also doesn't have the MVP stats. He's been good. He's leading in passing yards because he has an extra game on everybody. He has 20 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. Incredible. It's incredible. But it's not as good as everybody else, especially one person in LA here. So I think in my mind, this is a 3-horse race. I think this is Stafford. I think this is Mahomes. And I think this is Jonathan Taylor. And I think Jonathan Taylor is probably the clear third. He's had a couple bad games. He could have another one coming back, down the stretch here. So I think Jonathan Taylor is the one they are looking to rule out. But Stafford's been unbelievable. I said I think he's going to finish as the passing touchdown leader. Plus 240 on FanDuel to win MVP, plus 250 on DraftKings. So a better bet here. He's playing on arguably the best team in the NFC. They have been incredible. He, preseason, could not move his arm was the storyline. Stafford may not play football again because his elbow does not work. All he has done is pass for 2,400 yards, 25 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He is the best red zone receiver in the NFL in Davante Adams. That's the one thing Sean McVay talked about in the preseason, offseason, when they got Davante Adams. They showed red zone looks of him, and it's like, hey, this is the guy. This is the guy. Before they were so run heavy in the red zone, now they can pass it in the red zone. And that's why these touchdown numbers are not a fluke. Like, they're just going to keep happening because Stafford's still going to pass it in the red zone, on the goal line, whatever. Because Davante can create separation easily against anybody. So Stafford's my pick for MVP, 25 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I think he keeps it going here. I think the Rams have a tougher schedule. Let's take a look at it. But like, if they win these games, I mean, he's the one who's going to win it. If the Rams are at top seed in the NFC, there's zero doubt who wins it. But I don't think he even needs that. But regardless, he has the Seahawks, the Buccaneers, the Panthers, the Cardinals, the Lions, the Seahawks, the Falcons, the Cardinals. So it feels like both Cardinals are guaranteed wins. Falcons feels like a win. He has 2 Seahawks games. I think that's going to be very interesting. But Buccaneers, Carolina feel like wins. And then Lions, it feels like he's home against the Lions. He probably gets that win, but never know. Regardless, they don't need to be number 1 in the NFC for him to win that award. I think more than any other award, the MVP award is a storyline-driven award. Whose time is it to win MVP? Last week was the win for the Rams got Stafford to 500 for his career. I'm talking 500 win percentage for his career. If he wins out, like has a winning record the rest of the way, it'll be the first time he has ever had a winning record for his career ever. If he wins this week, this is the first time he's ever had a winning record. I think the storyline is Stafford's unbelievable toughness, perseverance, unbelievable play. I think he wins MVP in his final NFL season, and they make a run at the Super Bowl. We'll see what happens there, but I think this is Matthew Stafford's award. And by the way, just to back up a tiny quick bit, well, I'll do that in a second. So I think Stafford wins MVP, and then we go to Offensive Player of the Year. They have to give it to Jonathan Taylor at this point. So I think that's a very much given. The only way he doesn't get it is if he gets hurt, and if he gets hurt, then it's JSN. So if he wanted to put a little bit on Jackson Smith and Jigba, fine. But this is Jonathan Taylor's award. He can't win MVP, so this is the award that they will give him. Backing up quickly, I said I really like Stafford to win or finish with the most passing touchdowns, plus 105. This is a little riskier, but because of what I said about Davante Adams, I do really like him to finish with the most receiving touchdowns, and that's plus 270. A little more risky, but odds certainly back that up. This is a nice little payday. And just looking at this, he's leading in the league right now at 9, with only 9 games played. And again, I don't think this is a fluke. I don't think this slows down. He's the best red zone receiver in the NFL. He is the best quarterback at the current moment throwing to him. And I just think this continues. We looked at the matchups. I think there's plenty of matchups where he can get one or two of those. And Puka's healthy now, or at least playing now. So that draws attention away, and it's just going to create some easy touchdowns for Devontae. So I love that. I don't think they have that. Yeah, I don't think they have league leaders on FanDuel. So you're betting that on DraftKings. Okay. Two other main bets left. Let's stay on DraftKings, and then the final one has to be on FanDuel. So, let's go to division. No, we're going to futures. We're going to go to. Yeah, we're going to division specials. Apologies. So this is where the division standings are. You can bet any team to finish wherever you want, and there's some obvious ones. You're going to lay a lot of juice for it. Falcons at -120 feels really good. This feels like a really good value. I think the Panthers are the clear third team. But regardless, they're not going to finish last. So if you want to do this and go $10 on them to finish second, if you go $8 for them to finish third, then if they finish second, you got a 33-cent profit. Good on you. If they finish third, then you would have a $2 profit. So as long as they don't win the division, which I feel like they can't, they don't lose the division, which I feel like they can't, this is a guaranteed profit. You just got to know how much money to lay on each. So 10 units, 8 units, whatever you want to do. Obviously, you could simplify that and say 5 and 4. Quick math there. But that's guaranteed money. The other one that feels like guaranteed money with a little better odds for you. I'm a Packer guy, and I'm going to tell you right now, the Packers are not going to win the division. So if you think the Packers will not win the division, then you can guarantee profit. As long as they don't win the division, watch this. Second, third, fourth. We'll put 1 unit down there. We'll put 2 units down there. We'll put 3 units down here, and away we go. Like, it's pretty much guaranteed profit. I think they finished third, but there is a chance they finish second. If they do, it's plus 130 profit, so it's not as good here. Or excuse me, I flipped it. Apologies. So if you put 3 units on second, 2 units on third, 1 unit on them to finish last. If they finish second, it's plus 390 profit, or for that bet, which means 90-cent profit overall. If they finish second, $7 profit. That means it's $3 profit overall. If they finish last, that's an $11 profit, and that means $6 profit overall. So as long as they don't finish first, as long as they don't win the division, you can guarantee yourself profit. You know, just extrapolate it a little bit more. You go $30, you go $20, you go $10. So if they finish second, if they stay there and they finish second, or actually I think they're third right now, but if they finish second, $39 profit, that's a $9 profit overall. Love that. If they finish second, that's a $70 profit, and that's a $30 profit overall. If they finish dead last in the NFC North, that would be a $110 profit, which equals a $60 profit overall. That's guaranteed, folks. As long as they do not win the division, and now they lost Tucker Kraft, they lost Elton Jenkins, their most important offensive lineman. They are banged up on defense a little bit as well. Their offense, their receivers are banged up. Jordan Love's not very good at football. Matt LaFleur is calling bad games at the moment and losing the locker room a little bit, week by week, bit by bit, losing his mind more so. So all of the above, this is what we're doing. Packers don't win the division. That's a profit. Absolutely love that. And let's go out on this. You cannot parlay teams to make the playoffs on DraftKings Sportsbooks, unfortunately. Like, I can't say, yes, Broncos make the playoffs, no, Packers miss the playoffs. It does not let me parlay it. You can bet, do single bets there. However, on FanDuel, you can do it. So let's go to FanDuel. Let's bet teams to make the playoffs, and they probably, they had to miss the playoffs as well. So I haven't really pre-looked at this, but let's just bet on teams to make the playoffs and see how easily it is to create a parlay that has decent odds. So Eagles are going to make it, but minus 20K. We're not going to do that. That's fine. Rams are going to make it. Seahawks are going to make it. Colts are going to make it. That feels easy. Bills, they're struggling, but they will make the playoffs. Buccaneers will win that division, make the playoffs. Broncos have the best record in the AFC, I do believe. Let's bring up the standings while we look at this. Okay, so Broncos at 8-2. If they win this week, they have a chance to rise a little bit, but even still, 8-2. At 8-2, they're making the playoffs. We're already almost back to even. We've only bet the guaranteed teams minus Philly and New England. If we put those in, it doesn't really change it, so we're going to take those out. Lions. I think Lions win the division, but if not, I think they sneak in as a wild card, so I think that's fine. Now is where it gets a little bit risky. Who is the most likely to win their division? Who is most likely to sneak in as a wild card? I do think the Chiefs have a really good shot, but I understand if you think that's risky. Niners, I think, are risky. Packers, I think, are risky. I think Ravens win their division. I think Ravens have a pretty easy shot to win their division. So if you just add the Ravens and that's it, and if that's all you do here, you got an 8-leg parlay, you got 7 guaranteed, and then you're taking a slight chance on the Ravens, plus 166, $10, win a profit of 664. Not bad whatsoever, but I do still think there's a chance the Steelers and Ravens make the playoffs. Again, I think the Chiefs make it, so let's just add the Chiefs. Yeah, this feels good. This feels good. If you want to add the Steelers, that'll jump that a shit ton. But if we just say the Chiefs and Ravens make the playoffs, those are the only two, in my opinion, we're really taking a chance on. Plus 230, $10 to profit, $13. I absolutely love that. We could scroll down for teams to miss the playoffs. Sorry to say, Bengals are going to miss the playoffs. That doesn't move our parlay at all. So we don't need to do that. Panthers are going to miss the playoffs, guys. They're a great story. But yeah, they're going to miss. Vikings, I think, will miss. Texans, I think, will miss. And I think the Bears miss, but I'm not overly confident to bet that. But again, these are the ones that I just feel really good about. In my mind, I'm really not taking a chance on any of these. That's just where I'm coming from. You can choose yourself. I'm more so just telling you, hey, figure out which teams you feel very confident are in the playoffs or are not in the playoffs, and just go parlay these together. Not everybody knows you can parlay this. But for these 12 that I feel very, very comfortable with, that's $10 to profit $20.78. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. This is easy. We're just profiting money right now. This is easy. If I wanted to get a little risky, which one should we do to miss the playoffs? If we want to go a little risky, I think the Bears implosion will happen. I think the Jaguars aren't a very good football team. I think the Texans offense is really inept. Do I think the Niners, where are the Niners sitting at? The Niners are currently at 8. So if I think the Packers miss, then the Niners probably get in. If the Bears miss, the Niners probably get in. So I don't need to take a chance here. I think the Bears are a talented team. I just think they eventually implode. So this is just me taking a chance on the Bears sucking like they always do. And if that's the case, then we just say Vikings, Panthers, Falcons, Cowboys, Bengals don't make the playoff. I mean, if this is it, Look at that. That's plus 467. Who's the big risk here? The Bears and Jags, I guess. Where are the Jags sitting at? The Jags are currently in the playoffs with that very final seed. Everyone assumes Chiefs are in the playoffs because they are, in my opinion. So, if one team falls out of the current AFC playoff race, it would be the Jags. Like, because we assume the Chiefs will book their spot. So, yeah, that feels very likely. I don't feel like the Ravens are going to have to get in too. Who loses out, the Steelers or the Chargers? Statistically, it says that Steelers. If we wanted to add the Steelers, I mean, big old payday plus 802. But you don't need to. Let's see. I'll leave you on this. This isn't a bet I'm going to make. But if you think the Steelers miss the playoffs and the Ravens make it, you think the Ravens win the division and the Steelers don't have a good enough record to sneak in as a wild card. Let's see what you can do with the Steelers to miss the playoffs, Ravens to make the playoffs. Minus 187. That's not as good of odds as I thought it would be, to be honest. But I mean, you could add it with Bills, Bucks, Broncos, Lions, and easily get there. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay. I think we've gone through some really easy bets here. Again, the ones I feel the absolute best about. Let me get back to full screen here. I mean, I would be betting Vrabel to win Coach of the Year. I would be betting Myles Garrett to win Defensive Player of the Year and sack leader. Stafford to win touchdown leader. McCaffrey to win comeback player of the year. That's doubling your money. That's easy. And then again, those guaranteed ones with just the Packers to not win the division is guaranteed profit if that doesn't happen. Give me that every single day of the week. Every single day. Packers are losing their best players left and right. And do you think Jordan Love can carry a team? I do not. I do not. What is the issue in Green Bay? Oh, I think it's the quarterback who doesn't have good enough footwork to play under center. Which means the running game can't get going because they're not running under center. They just lost their best offensive lineman at center, which makes things a little bit worse on top of that. And then he doesn't have the wherewithal to know where to go with the football. And then he doesn't pull the trigger unless it's in triple coverage down the field, throwing into the middle of the field instead of outside the numbers. So, but I digress. Different video, different conversation, different day. I'm Zach Bruner. Go and make some money. Hope you have a good weekend betting on the NFL, college football, NBA, whatever it may be. Comment below what you're tailing. Please like and subscribe, and also comment any other video topics you want to see, and I'll help you with that. Until then, I'll see you later. Goodbye. Fuck yeah.